Well, great win Thursday. We had lulls. We kind of had that inconsistency throughout the year where we have a great quarter, a bad quarter, great game, bad game. But it was good to finish Thursday with a win. And then Saturday, just another one where we had a great first quarter and then kind of fell off with scoring, with turnovers. And not executing some things defensively. So disappointing loss for sure, but hopefully it gives us some motivation moving into the conference tournament. I would love to answer what changed between the first and the second quarter and when that happens to us, because it is crazy how different we look from one quarter to another in certain games. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's we miss a couple shots and then kind of again, get in our heads a little bit and then quit executing offensively. Our ball movement, our screening action isn't quite what it needs to be when you're not shooting it well. So I think that's part of it, but that kind of trickles into our defense too, which shouldn't happen. So it's now or never. We got to turn it around, getting to play number 2 team in the nation at their place to start the conference tournament. But you got to beat them at some point if you want to keep your season going. So I know the girls are excited. We competed with Grand Valley at our place, so we know we can. Yeah, it is really nice to see that Alyssa is playing her best basketball. I think Bella's playing really well for us, and they're 2 leaders, so it's great to see them stepping up at the end of the year. And now we're kind of relying on freshmen to step up for us too, which puts them in a tough spot, but they're capable. We have really good freshmen, and I'm excited to see what they do in the postseason when the pressure's on. Yeah, Ella's a great spark off the bench, especially scoring-wise. I mean, man, she can make tough shots. She can make open threes. And against Grand Valley, you got to make shots. And when they run you off the line, you got to be able to get into that pull-up, and that's her shot. So I'm excited to see what she can do against them. Chloe's been consistent for us as well since she's been back from her injury and just doing a good job in there. And then Kendall, all year, we talk about her pretty much every week, just can do so many different things. Now, she hasn't, I guess, been finishing as well as normal, but we need her to stay aggressive. Even talking to her at practice today, if you have any room, shoot the ball. You're too good, shoot the ball. I'm excited about our freshmen. I'm excited about this game. I'm excited about the team. Not excited about the road trip, but we're used to it. It is what it is. Man, we grew a ton from the first time to the second time we played them. I think part of that is, as freshmen and sophomores, a lot of our players and the transfers had never played against them before. And sometimes, when you haven't played against them, it's hard to understand, what they do and what they do well and how they defend and how to take advantage. So you almost need to see them once, and then you're like, oh, okay. And I feel like that was our second game. Okay, we can score against these guys. Okay, yes, we can defend them. We need to be sharp and we need to be confident, but we know that we can. I think playing them to a close game for most of the game at home does give us that mindset. We can go back and watch the film and be like, okay, this is what we need to do to be successful against them. And I think it also puts some questions in Grand Valley's mind, where throughout the entire game we were right there. So all the pressure's on them, really, right? They're supposed to win. And they know that we can compete with them, so that's part of it. And then us having that confident mindset as well. Being the number 1, number 2 now team in the nation, they do everything well. They have a couple post players, the Bizballs, that just score it so well around the rim offensively, but defensively they can guard 1 through 5. They block shots. They make everything tough. And then their guards are all athletic. They can get downhill. They can shoot it. They just do everything. They do everything. They're very well coached. I mean, Mike Williams obviously has been doing this a while, and he gets his teams defending really hard. So, yeah, they're a great team, but I think so are we. We're definitely capable, so I'm excited to see what we can do. I think our ball movement offensively, we were aggressive getting to the rim. We got the paint touches that are hard to get against them. They really, that's their goal, keeping you out of the paint. But we moved the ball. We got it inside to our post. Our guards attacked open gaps where we could get in there. And honestly, we missed quite a few layups. Going back and watching the film, we got the looks that we wanted against them. And that's huge. Part of that, I think, is actually just taking care of the ball because they're going to press us all game, and we took care of it early, which caused them to kind of turn their pressure down a little bit. So taking care of the ball early, being aggressive against their full court press, and getting good looks early is going to help just throughout the game for us to be able to get great looks. We're better than we were to start the year. We're still inconsistent. And that's where, at this point in the season and now heading into the GLIAC tournament, we're going to have to put together 40 minutes. We can't have those inconsistencies, whether it be for a quarter, for 4-minute stretch, whatever it may be. So we've grown, but you can still tell there's some youth there with some of the inconsistencies and the highs and the lows, but we're better. And I truly believe our culture has stayed strong. Our girls have stuck together, and it's exciting just for moving forward because of that. Playing somebody a third time, it is always, okay, what are they going to adjust? What are we going to adjust? How's this going to look? I do think in the second half when we played them here, they beat us inside. They went to the 2 Bisball girls and got a bunch of touches in there. So I do think we have to limit that early and not let them get going.